Question number 11 asks us to take g of 1 and raise it to the negative first power. Notice this is not asking for g inverse of 1. G inverse of 1 would be written like this. The negative 1 would be written here. This is g of 1, start with that, and then raise to the negative first power. So g of 1, this graph right here, the straight line is g of x. G of 1, so when x is 1, g of x is 3. G of 1 is 3. So I have 3 to the negative first. Negative exponents we move to the bottom and make the exponent positive. So 1 over 3. Number 12 says f of 1. As I've done in other problems, function composition makes a little more sense if I write it like that. At least it does to me. So start inside the parentheses. We'd need to start with f of 1. When x is 1, f of x, the y value is 0. F of 1 is equal to 0. F of 0, when x is 0, f of x is 2. F of 0 is 2. F of 1 is 2. And then number 13 says on the graph, show the graph to f inverse of x. To find an inverse function, remember we switched the x and the y. So we're going to take some points, maybe this one right here, negative 2, 8, and we switch the x and the y. So instead of negative 2, negative 8, that point is going to be right here at negative 8, negative 2. We've got a point right about here at negative 1, negative 5. That's at negative 5, negative 1. 0, 2 becomes 2, 0. 1, 0 becomes 0, 1. Oh, I plotted negative 2, 0, sorry. 0, 2 becomes 2, 0. 1, 0 is 0, 1. 2, 4 is now 4, 2. And it continues up from there. So notice we started, we stayed close to this x is negative 3. So we're going to start close to the y is negative 3. And then we hit this point, which translates to that one there. So we're starting close to the negative 3. At this point, we turned at 2, 0. That's that 0, 2. We turned here. We passed through this point. Should look something like that. Remember, graphs and their inverses are reflections of one another over the line y equals x. So if I take the line y equals x, which is right there, notice if we folded it on that line, it would line up right with the original graph.